Art Young recorded that when Volser was not at the mass meetings, she was out on some errands of the heart among the striking workers in the textile, steel, or mining section of the country. Mary Hinton Volser was a headstrong, independent woman who would fight what she thought was injustice in the world. She was most known for her involvement with the labor movement, but before she was an activist, she was a young woman living Victorian standards. Mary Hinton was born on October 11, 1874. She was raised by Ellen and Herman Hinton, and she was raised in many different cultures. At a very young age, Mary knows qualities about her mother she did not understand. She saw her mother wasting away with Victorian values. She ended up leaving home to go to art school, but she found her dreams in writing. She wrote many stories about the relationship with those standards of women and major problems in the world. While she was there, she met her first husband, Albert Volser. They got secretly married because it was a short time they knew each other and they didn't want a scandal. During their marriage, Albert cheated on her multiple times, and her perspective about love and standard of marriage changed dramatically. Albert believed in Victorian women values and believed his wife should follow them. With this belief, they ended up separating, and Albert passing away shortly after. She ended up raising their kids by herself until she married her second husband. She was an activist for many different movements like the suffrage and war movement, but most of her career is focused on the labor movement. Her second husband was Joe O'Brien, and she met him in the Larson labor movement. She went down there to figure out what was going on, and this was the beginning of her career. Larson was made up of mostly all women workers, and she began to see the overcrowding of homes and labor conditions. And she was also involved in the 1919 steel strike and the 1920 Amagetic lockout. The Amagetic is a clothing strike factory that Volser decided to protest and help with the union workers. She used her writings to express the union workers' opinion. Throughout her years, she did focus on many different labor movements like the textile and steels in the 1930s. Her career was mostly in her 20s. She was right there getting arrested, jailed, beaten with the workers, and she did not work in these steel industries, but she saw the unjust treatment in the world and wanted to fight for the justice. The honor quilt is for women who help contribute to equality. It started when Julie Chicago decided to do an art piece contributing major women figures that helped with the women equality. Many women felt like there's other women being left out of this piece, so the idea of the honor quilt was began. It was a triangle with borders and symbol of the person you're honoring plus the location of the artist. Mary Volser quilt gave a symbol of who she was in the movement, and in the quilt there are factories and mills, which symbolizes her focus on the labor movement. The person who made the quilt felt the connection because she lived in Provincetown, Massachusetts, where Volser did some of her work there. The authors choose her because Volser helped many men and women workers in the labor movement fight for injustice treatment. Labor movement was her passion.